This is Medic, the Spandex Legend, coming to you from Duval! What I wanted to do today was help out some of the people that are getting so frustrated with the freezing in Madden and some of the things they can try to do to fix it. Okay, I'm not going to go over the basic troubleshooting steps that they normally have you go over when you call their tech support and the stuff you can find online. The thing I was dealing with was not found online, and I know other people are dealing with it, and I know it's extremely frustrating because I called EA Sports over 15 times with no resolve, and when I resolved it, extremely disappointed on how they compensated me. But I'll get to that later. Let's go ahead and figure out what you guys need to do to get your game working again. If you go look in my video history and find the video of freezing on my first defensive play of the game, I would kick off. Very first defensive play I would pick, the screen would freeze, okay? After it would freeze, I could still hear everything going on in the background. With that being said, I could still pick plays, I could call timeouts, I could do everything, but my screen was frozen. I could not do anything. If I hit my Xbox dashboard button and went back to the game, the screen would be black, but I could still hear everything. If I backed out of the game, I would get a loss. This happened over 50 times. With EA Sports tech support help, I did not get any help. I received about 35 losses with EA on the other line telling me that all of their troubleshooting steps should have worked and that it possibly could be my network. With calling my service provider, changing settings, opening ports, to no avail, still freezing first defensive play. Now, keep in mind, if I received the ball, I could run my entire offense all the way down, score a touchdown, or punt, or throw an interception, fumble, whatever. I could play the entire offensive possession, and then first play of defense, frozen. Okay? Look up that other video. If it's happening to you on offense or defense, I may have found a solution. What I think it is a corrupt file on your profile that is saving from EA Sports. Now, through my 15 times of talking to them, they should have been able to tell me this, okay? There's no fix for it. You have to investigate it yourself. One of the tech guys in their second tier of tech support was telling me that they should have gone through this. But with their outsourced call center giving the tech support, I got no resolution. So hopefully you guys are researching this, pulling up my video. This is what I did, okay? I particularly was freezing on the first play of defense. I'm not going to play any games. I'm going to simulate that so that you guys can see what's going on. All right, so I was freezing on the first play of defense, and that led me to think that I had a corrupted player on my team. I subbed out my coach first. Change your coach. See if it's your coach. All right, so on the first play of defense, I was freezing. I went in, and what I did was I went over to my defensive side of the ball, and I started taking out players, okay? I would sub out players that weren't in my starting lineup, all right? And I did it to one player at first. This is where I would say simulate the game. Went in. It still froze. Came back. I put Jason Taylor back in. All right. Then I went over. I was already frustrated because I received over 50 to 60 losses from this freezing on the very first defensive play. I went to Bruce Smith. I pulled him out. Then I pulled out about 4 other players, okay? Went out, played the game, all right? It didn't freeze. So one of those 5 players was corrupted, all right? I went back to my lineup, and obviously I wanted to play with one of my best players, so the first player I put back in, because at the time I didn't have Antrell Roll or Rondé Barber or Ty Law, okay? So I wanted Bruce Smith on my team. I put him back in. Went back out, played a game, very first defensive play, frozen. All right? So I took it upon myself. I went out, bought another copy a Bruce Smith, put him in, played the game, it didn't freeze, okay? It was that copy. Also, some of the copies of the Mutt Rewards players, I had a Sherman and an Earl Thomas. Those two were corrupted. All right, so all my defensive players that I kind of like to have in as either start or backup were freezing on me. That is a solution that I had, okay, to the freezing on the first defensive play for me. Now, it may be first offensive play for you. I don't know. But you're going to probably receive losses. It was only happening in Madden Ultimate Team head-to-head seasons. It wasn't happening on Draft Champions. It wasn't happening head-to-head against friends. It wasn't happening in solos. It was only happening on Madden Ultimate Team head-to-head seasons. So, I hope that helps you with your problem. Now, as far as getting compensated from EA, I went to their next tier, and I talked to a gentleman who understood and sympathized with me and the troubles I went through, receiving loss after loss. They went to their manager. I guess their contract with the EA doesn't allow them to do anything, so I'm extremely upset with what they compensated me with. Considering they couldn't fix my record, okay, which was decent, and they also could not fix the Bruce Smith or give me my coins back. They compensated me with 60,000 coins, okay? You can earn that in a couple hours flipping cards in the auction block. All right. So, I bought the extra copy of Bruce Smith for 250,000, and they compensated me with 60,000, and I had 2 Bruce Smiths. So, what I did was I quick sold that other Bruce Smith so that nobody had the headache of dealing with it. I don't know if there's any other ones out there or any other players that are doing it. If you're having trouble, I really hope this video helps you. If you liked this video, please subscribe to my channel at Spandex Legend, where the legend continues.